so in conjunction with what you were saying about the shofar, like our mouths being like these horns, right? I just felt like the Lord was saying, like, or he was showing me, like, all those people inside, like, during the time of the famine, where Elisha prophesied by this time tomorrow, there's going to be a reversing, all that stuff. Like, no one knew what was going on outside of the city, you know? All those people, I felt like the Lord was saying, like, all of us who are believing God for this promise and everything, we're like those people. We're like those people inside the city. And they didn't know what was going on outside the city. And the funny thing is, it was four lepers that discovered all the treasure that the enemy had left behind. But it was like, what did God do what did God do to cause the enemy to flee? There you go. What did God do? He made the enemy hear a sound. He made the enemy hear a sound. So that totally fits with what you're talking about. The sound of praise. The enemy hears that, and then he thinks, oh my gosh, you know, this army is coming against us. Israel has called for all these different armies. We better get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then I think about Jericho, where, what do they use? When you hear the trumpet sound, lift up a shout, and then the walls come down. You know, it was a sound that brought the victory. It was a sound that brought the breakthrough. And maybe the Lord's saying that that's what he's doing right now. You know, there's a sound that's happening through our praise, and we don't really realize what it's doing outside of our life, outside of the city, outside of our circumstance where we feel shut in and we feel stuck in our situation, or we feel like, oh, I don't know what God's going to do. I've been praying, I've been fasting, I've been seeking, and I'm still in this situation I'm in, and I don't see any change. And it's like, but God has been giving us prophetic words and, you know, prophetic encouragements, you know, wherever we find them, wherever God leads us to, because different people are going to be ministered to by other, you know, different people. But it's like, do you see what I'm saying? It's like there's a sound. I think that that vision that you got last night is key, because God's showing, like, through the praise of the people, there's gonna come a sound that's gonna cause the enemy to flee, and somehow that's gonna leave behind treasure. I don't know how it's all gonna work. You know what I'm saying? But it's like there are things going on in the kingdom. You know. And I really feel like Elisha, like Jesus, is the Elisha in the analogy, you know? Just like Jesus is the Nehemiah in the analogy that I gave on the Out of the Blue series about Jesus is building his church, which is another thing you talked about, that you prophesied last night and that you shared on your video today, you know, about just... You know, I don't know, I just felt like the Lord was, maybe I was getting some revelation there about, like, the sound. There's a significance, there's a connection between the sound of praise and the enemy fleeing, you know?
Well, and then, like, what I was reading about the Jubilee, that when they had the 50 years, like, on Kippur, I think is how you say it, like, they would have the trumpet blast, and that would bring in the 50th year of Jubilee.
Right.
So it's, again,
and that's what we're in. There's such a significant thing going on right now.
Yeah.
With the Days of Awe and the whole Revelation 12 sign and just everything that so many people around the world are going through that seem to be connecting with what we're going through. It's like we're not alone. This is not our own little personal situation. Everyone seems to be going through the same situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I should just turn it back to you. But yeah, but again, it's the sound. It's like this, like, for the Jubilee to begin, it's brought in by the sound of a trumpet.
The trumpet. The sound of a trumpet. Our praise. We need to ring in the new year with praise.
Yep. So it starts, well, for us, I mean, it's
4:05
usually
now.
it's usually 6 p.m.
Whoops.
in Israel, which is probably already past. But we can bring, 6 p.m. We can have an early God time.
Interesting? That is crazy. Because I was just thinking that. I'm not kidding. While I was doing lunch before I got that revelation that I'm recording right now, I was like, I really feel like we should have a early God time. Like once lunch is over, we should actually have a God time. I'm not kidding. I felt that.
Wow.
God is moving, y'all. Bye.
And so they were just worshiping, and they defeated the enemy, right?
Talking about 2 Chronicles 20.
Yes.
And how a sound decreed by the Lord came against the enemy
and brought victory.
Yes, come on. Teaching the youngins while they eat their lunch. Well, I guess it's dinner now, right?
So calm down. So we are going to. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to celebrate, bring in the new year, the year of 5778, with a shout of praise, with us singing praises to God, because that defeats the enemy. And we want to just position ourselves ready to receive, because God wants to pour out His Spirit. He wants to bring us into, I don't know, He's going to do ushering in to like a whole new level with the Spirit. And so we're just going to do that. And
that wall of Jericho, it was hindering them from getting into the promised land. You know that? They had to take down that stronghold of Jericho first. It's like Jesus said, you got to first bind the strong man, then you can go plunder. Jericho was the strong man of the promised land.
Yeah.
And so they had to go in, and what did they do? They lifted up a shout of praise. When they heard the trumpet, they lifted up a shout of praise.
Yeah. That's what they were like.
And the holiday is called Rosh Hashanah.
Yep.
Yep. That's
You
right.
read my mind.
And
Words.
Oh, 2 words. She's like dos words. The Spanish on that is palabra.
is that right? Spelled right.
Jubilee, yes.
All right.
That's right.
Jubilee?
So I want to talk about this too, because this is
Teaching the children.
This is also happening.
Say bye-bye.
So today is
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mommy, I went to...
Joa, what are you doing?
Mom's
Can you explain what you're doing there?
I'm pretending to be a machine maker.
A machine maker?
I mean, a bread maker.
A bread maker?
I'm using pretzels too.
You're using pretzels to make bread? Okay.
Just one left.
Okay. That's awesome. You can have those strawberries if you want. We're getting ready.
We're getting ready.
Getting ready for a God time. You guys ready?
Yeah! We're ready.
All right. Alaya, you want to do some opening prayer?
Yeah!
Okay, opening prayer, buddy.
Jesus, I just pray that you just bless this God time and that you just bless the blessings in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. That's what Alaya does every time during worship. We get 5 songs, and And this is what he will do. He will spin the whole time. This your favorite part?
Okay, this is my favorite part.
Elia, is this your song?
Yeah.
You like this one?
Yeah.
Oh, do I like it? I love it.
We'll have to get her some real ribbons eventually.
Hi. A little close.
Come on now, give him some praise. Give him some praise. Can I get a praise up in here?
Yeah.
Can I get a praise?
Praise the Lord.
Can I get a praise?
Praise the Lord.
Woo! Uh-oh.
There's a lie over here.
Circle.
Elia, you want to do a dance?
Circle, Joe, circle.
Do you not like this, Elia? Oh, that was hilarious. So what kind of funny moment did we just have? What did you read? What did you read, babe? Read what you said.
It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given to it, the excellency of Mount Carmel.
Ooh, it's Mount Carmel, a mountain made of caramel. Yummy.
That's what Annalise said. She was like,
Take a few bites.
she's like, a mountain made of caramel? Awesome.
And
Where are you reading
honoring
from?
me. Isaiah 35.
Okay.
And the burning sand and the mirage shall become a pool.
See that?
And
the
the-
burning sand and the mirage shall become a pool. So it's like the thing that you're looking at and you're thinking, that's not real.
Yeah.
That's a fantasy. That's not reality. That's
Yeah.
not, it will become reality.
Yes.
I mean, that really jumped off the page at me when you said that. I was like,
It's-
what in the
yeah.
world? Why are you even reading? That's such a random thing to read. Like,
Yep, it's what we were reading this morning.
I mean, how is
And-
that possible?
In
the impossible will become possible. Wow. So why are we reading this?
It's a
I wanted to read it because I was just reminded of just how like it's like basically
How reversing
like
happens.
the reversing, and we
Yeah.
were just singing like the spring up a well in me, and
Uh-huh.
so it was talking about like that the grounds are going to be springs of water, and like how God is going to reverse the wilderness and the desert in our life, and that He wants us to be springs,
Our lives will not be a wilderness anymore, huh?
springs of water.
I just think that's amazing that says that there. That's like the mirage will actually become a pool.
Yeah.
The thing that looks like a pool that you know is not real. That thing that you think is a fantasy and is not
My
real
swimsuit.
becomes real.
Can I?
My brother was right.
Yes, you can get your swimsuit,
Yay.
Annalise.
And I'll swim in the pool.
You'll swim in the pool of the Lord.
Yeah, I want to be baptized in the Holy Spirit.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
be.
We can pray for that.
We can keep praying for that. Okay, so what were we talking about? We were talking about like the mirage becoming a reality.
Yeah, and just
And
how
it's like, that's really awesome because that's basically a miracle, right?
Yeah.
It's like a symbol of a miracle. But what were you saying about it?
Well, and I was just saying, like, with a mirage, it's like something you've been going after, but every time you... It's
Because it's a disappointment. Yeah.
And, like, it's like, you know, you're going after this thing, and it's just like, either it's well, and that's the other thing with the mirage, it's always out of reach.
Yeah, it's always just ahead of you. It's like
just
tomorrow.
Ahead of you, and you're
know
just
what I mean?
like, when am I ever gonna get it? And then it's like, man, like you keep going, and it's like, man, maybe this thing just is not real.
It's how prophetic words can be, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can be like a mirage. You see it off in the distance. That's awesome. Well, wait a minute. I've gotten as far as I think the mirage should be. It should be like right here.
Yeah.
But it's as far away from me now as it was when 150 yards ago.
Yeah. And
you
so
know?
it's like that God is turning the mirage
and it creates a
into
disappointment.
the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, so it's that whole desire fulfilled is a tree of life.
Oh, the hope deferred thing. What's that? Proverbs 13:12, which Lana Vosser just talked about the other day.
Somebody else was talking about it too. I forget who, but it's like that's been
It's
coming
been a
up.
theme.
And like then the books of remembrance and
Yeah.
all of those things. So it's like, I don't know, God's going to do a reversing, and He's going to be, taking the mirages of our lives and making them into the pools and
taking what seems like fantasy, what seems like it's never going to happen, like it's a disappointment, it's like, and turning into reality. I tell you what, I really felt the Lord on that one. Like, man, that's awesome.
In God's heart, they will send the Israelites getting into their home before the mountains of God comes. And then in their hearts, and then in God's heart, the Israelites got out of their homes and saw the mountains of God.
Wow.
In the name of Jesus, amen.
Oh, I wish I'd caught the whole
That
prayer.
was a new nickname, everybody.
It's a lie. He has to sleep on the couch because he doesn't like being by himself.
No, everybody.
It's Annalise. She is Michelle's roommate. Yeah, this is the room we do our all our videos in. Closet look familiar? We're in front of the window. Shades are usually open. Right?
I made all of the crafts.
Oh, you did. You did make all those crafts. You want to show them your crafts? Yeah. No, just stay in the bed, babe. Right.
Hey, those look like, on that towel, those look like the cherry I just drew, see?
Yeah. All right, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Night, everybody.
Say, hope you had fun watching our family vlog.
Hope you had fun watching our family vlog. Bye-bye.
It's Joe's room. He lives in the room with all the stuff that's packed up and ready to go. Which is the room they also play in. So how'd the night go, Sweetie Pea?
we made it through.
We did.
There were some good moments, but
We had a rough patch.
It was definitely a hard.
It was kind of a rocky road tonight, wasn't it?
It was, but
Do you think it's because God was moving and doing some really awesome stuff, and we were really praising there for a little bit, and
it might have
then
been.
we get to prayer time, and the kids are distracted by like every single thought they had in their head.
And although Elia had an amazing prayer,
He did, right?
That was
He did. I put that on there.
pretty.
It was pretty awesome, right?
But it just shows you have to just like
Press through. Don't give up.
And it's like, you know what? If you come out of it and it's just like, oh my gosh, we barely made it.
Yeah.
But you made it. And
Yes.
that's all that matters.
We threw the ring into the fires of Mount Doom.
We did.
All is well. All is well. We
Yes.
actually accomplished it.
Yes.
I may have lost a finger in the process,
Yeah.
but we did
made
it.
So, yeah, it was.
It just reminds me of that Facebook post, like, this is what it's like putting your kids to bed. Yeah.
But
Got some good revelation out of it. It was just
yeah,
really,
there
really
was
good.
Some, really just great parts, but it definitely was very distracted. And maybe they were just super excited because it was like,
And we know how that
it's
works.
different.
Yeah.
And when they get excited, then it's just like, oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah.
trying to rein them back in.
But
But
God's doing some
I don't
awesome
know.
things,
I'm
man.
excited to see what God
I think
does.
this is really cool because this is going to be like the, it's like, what is it, the new year? This is our first little family vlog.
Yeah.
We've never done a family vlog before.
We haven't.
Have we, little guy?
There he is. I'll stop bouncing him.
Hey, buddy. Say hi, everybody. Hey, everybody.
He really
So-
does talk a lot. You can't tell, but
Oh my gosh, he
He's a
talks
talker.
a ton.
especially at 4 in the morning.
Oh my gosh, he talks a ton.
But
This is his
Yeah.
chill out time. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it was a good night overall.
it was overall. It was a good night.
It was a really good
We
night.
got some revelation, and we
We got
did
to
some
listen to that
great
shouting,
prayer. We got to listen-
music that our kids never listen to that. I just felt like we needed to put it on and do some dancing, man.
It was pretty funny.
It was pretty
Are you
awesome.
doing some dancing?
Yeah.
But-
So, Devin and Michelle LaVore,
Coming at you.
how about going out to, I don't know what to say. What's the reverse of coming at you?
I don't know.
Because we tired, y'all.
And well, yeah, and really, it's like we're tired, but we'll stay up late. Our
Yeah,
night
it's like
is
8:03.
Yeah, it's
The kids
8:03.
got down 5 minutes
And-
early.
and-
Whoa, that was a accomplishment.
and little
actually.
guy actually
I gotta
just
sit
woke up.
on my eyeball.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one.
Well, it's not necessarily on my eyeball, but
And little
Anyway.
man just woke up, so he's probably going to be here for a while. So,
for a while.
so
After 3 hours of sleep. It's gonna
Yeah.
Be, it's gonna
Well,
be a rough
hopefully
one.
though it's not.
He's not a rough one, though.
No,
He really isn't.
he's good. He's
So-
a good baby.
Well, so this is a new thing we just decided to do. Totally impromptu tonight. Just decided to film what was going to happen tonight, what was going on. And
Yeah.
not because we necessarily expected anything cataclysmic or
Amazing,
phenomenal,
but-
but it was.
It really
It was really good
It
stuff
was
that
just
happened
cool, and
tonight.
I
It was
just
like,
I
wow.
really loved sharing with the kids about what's going on with Israel, and we got to pray for Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really cool. I felt like God was just putting that on our hearts tonight to pray for, and all that good stuff. So
Yeah, so it was good. So, well,
until
we'll call this family vlog
Family
number
Vlog
1. How about that?
So here we go.
I don't know if there's going to be a 2, but I would imagine there is.
There could be.
So there could be. This could be like a new thing God's doing in our. I'm going to make a playlist.
Yeah,
So
family
there you
vlog.
go.
So
Hope you guys were blessed by this little sneak peek into our family, which
Yeah.
you only saw maybe like 3% of.
yeah.
But we will see you guys later.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Say bye-bye, buddy. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, everybody. Let's see. Look at, he's moving all the time. Like, that's how he was in the womb. Just like that right there. Yeah, exactly. Keep doing that. Because that's how you were. Like, as soon as he started moving, he didn't stop moving. People are like, you should just put him on the whole video. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. See you later.